I've had the Elgato Wave Mic Arm LP in my gaming setup here for a couple of months now, and I've got some thoughts on it that I want to share with you in this video. The mic arm is stylish, lightweight, and minimalist, and honestly, it's everything I've ever wanted out of a mic arm for my setup specifically. So with no further ado, let's jump into the review. Now, before we go any further, I must give a massive shout out to Elgato for sending this mic arm out to me. Now, the reason that they sent it out is because I had a really old, large, heavy, and really bulky mic arm that I just honestly, I didn't hate, but I didn't love as well. I was personally interested in the low profile mic arm, well, because it's low profile, and the ability to be in my face without actually blocking my face from my stream camera. In case you don't know, I stream live on Twitch 4 nights a week, so that's my primary platform, and it's really important that my mic arm is not taking up the center of attention on my stream. And that's why I was really excited to be able to add this to my setup. So firstly, let's run through the specs. The mic arm has a horizontal reach of 740 millimeters or 29.1 inches. The base clamp that clamps to your desk is expandable up to 60 millimeters or 2.4 inches. The Wave Mic Arm LP supports microphones that weigh up to 2 kilos or 4.4 pounds. The lower arm that comes immediately out of the clamp is raised 70 millimeters off of the base or 2.8 inches. The arm weighs 1.69 kilos or 3.7 pounds. The Wave Mic Arm is made entirely out of metal, no cheap plastics or anything like that. In terms of rotation, the mic arm has a maximum vertical rotation in the upper arm of 90 degrees, while the same upper arm in its lower vertical rotation can rotate to 60 degrees downwards. But most significantly, at the elbow joint in the middle, you can rotate it entirely to 360 degrees. The box comes with adapters for virtually every type of mic mounting system you could think of. Now that we've got the specs out of the way, let's talk about my setup process of it. The setup of this is really simple, as it should be. Mic arms should not be really complex in terms of setting up at your desk. Realistically, they should only be assembling the mic arm itself together if it comes apart, then clamping it to the desk and attaching your mic, and then you're good to use. And that's exactly what the Elgato Wave Mic Arm LP is. The setup of the mic arm at the absolute maximum took me no more than 15 minutes. The longest part is simply just working out which parts you need for what. Gotta give Elgato 10 points for their actual box and everything in it. I love the way that Elgato products tend to come boxed in. It's absolutely fantastic. It's just a really nice experience opening it. Most people don't tend to care about unboxings, but I obviously do. All right, now let's get into my actual thoughts and review on the mic arm. My absolute favorite feature of this mic arm is the cable channel. I wish more mic arms had this feature because it is just such a nifty feature that honestly is one of the huge selling points for this mic arm. Now, yes, I know many other mic arms do have cable channels, but this one is done really well and it's integrated into the metal of the actual mic arm. Many mic arms out there are gonna sell you a cover over the top of the mic arm to hide the cables, but not actually cable it into the actual metal or plastic or whatever it is. This one, you simply remove the cable tray and you feed your cables through the holes and you plug it in at the other end and you're good. Now, one thing I will note here at the elbow joint, sometimes my lower cable cover does come off when the cable moves when I'm rotating the microphone from away position to using it, which can get a little bit annoying, but it's nothing just a simple pushing it over can't fix. Next, we've got to talk about the appearance of the mic arm. I really love the look of this. Originally, I wanted to use it under my monitors, but unfortunately I didn't have enough clearance underneath my monitors. So I've got it at the side of my desk and I actually really love it there. I really like having mic arms at the side of my desk so that way I can tuck them away when I'm not using them and it's not getting in the way of anything else. If you're somebody who wants to use this under a monitor, make sure you have enough clearance under the monitor and allow for the microphone that you're actually going to be putting on it. But I love the minimalist design. It complements my setup very well. I don't know if you can tell, but I kind of go for a bit of a minimalist look in my setup, and it's just, minimalist is just me generally. I can get my mic close enough to my face without it being too heavy in my face, and I just love that. It looks great. In terms of its appearance on my actual stream, you don't really see much of it, but you see enough of it to realize, hey, that's a cool looking mic arm. Now let's talk about my other thoughts. My big feature request for this mic arm, if they ever release another version of it, is to adjust the height at the base. I would love to be able to raise the height at the base of the actual mic arm itself. For context, I'm 6'3", and so I'm quite tall, and this being a low profile mic arm, it really is quite low. Now, I've got it in a position currently where it's comfortable enough for me. However, it took me a little bit of time to get that position right. And then I even had to tweak some audio settings. And if you're a bit of like a techie person and you don't like meddling with the settings once you've gotten them right, this can be a little bit annoying. But if you're like average height of like 5'9", 5'10" or something like that, this won't be a problem for you. However, if you're in the tall gang like me, you got to think about this. Flowing on from this, when I use my standing desk, I also have that same problem. Now, you might be saying to yourself, well, why don't you just use its 90-degree rotation? And yeah, you're quite right. I've actually tried that, but it moves further over to the right-hand side when I do this. So an adjustable height system, I believe, would be really handy in a newer version of this mic arm. When I use my standing desk at standing height, it feels like I may very well have to tweak those audio settings once again, increase the gain. That way I can be heard on my live stream or my meetings or wherever I am. If I'm using my mic arm, I tend not to put the desk up in its standing position because I end up typically hunching over at my desk to lean to make sure I can be heard in my mic, which isn't good for my posture, and it's just something I want to avoid. And the last consideration on this list is the sagging. If you're watching this video, you probably have some interest in this mic arm, so you've probably heard about sagging by now. But basically, if you don't know what that means, is if you have a microphone like I do, like the Shure SM7B, or something significantly heavy like that, it takes a little bit of time tweaking it to get the strength and the tightness of the actual clamps here right for your exact microphone. Initially, I had it falling every few seconds, which was rather annoying. However, after some tweaking and playing around, I eventually got it right. In a future version of this mic arm, I'd love to see this rectified to support further weight. But those are my thoughts, so let's summarize them into a little bit of a conclusion summary. I really love the design, the aesthetics, and the cable channel on this mic arm. I think it's absolutely amazing. It's exactly what it says it is, low profile. It doesn't get in the way, but it does its job and it does exactly what it needs to. The height issue I can probably look past considering I've found a solution now, but the one for standing desk height is a little bit challenging to do. The sagging as well on the mic arm is something I think needs to be addressed, but it's not something that clamping it too hard can't fix. Thanks so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below on the Wave Mic Arm LP. If you're interested in picking one up, or if you already have one, really keen to hear your thoughts and how this video may have influenced your opinion. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you're new so you don't miss out on a single video. Thanks so much for watching, and until next time, bye-bye.